They call me a traitor, a rogue agent. They say I've turned my back on everything I once stood for. They whisper my name in the shadows, spreading rumors and lies to discredit me, branding me a danger to national security, a threat to the very fabric of our nation. But I'm not on their side anymore. I've seen too much, learned too many secrets to stay silent. My loyalty lies with the truth, with exposing the darkness that festers at the heart of the agency I swore to serve. They trained me, molded me into a weapon, a tool for their clandestine operations. I was their perfect soldier, their secret weapon, honed to perfection. But now I'm turning that weapon against them. I am Cleo, and this is my confession, my indictment, my call to arms. For years I was complicit, a cog in their well-oiled machine. I followed orders, believing I was upholding justice, safeguarding freedom. I was blind to the reality, the manipulation, the insidious agenda that fueled the agency's every move. Then came the doubts, the whispers of dissent, the glimpses behind the curtain. The more I saw, the more I realized how deep the corruption ran. The glimpses behind the curtain revealed a world of deceit and betrayal, and what I saw chilled me to my core. This isn't about a single mission gone wrong. This is about systemic corruption, a web of deceit that spans the globe. The agency, the very entity tasked with protecting us, has become the biggest threat to our freedom. They operate in the shadows, manipulating governments, controlling information, silencing dissent with ruthless efficiency. And I won't be silenced anymore. They want you to believe I'm the enemy. They want you to fear the truth, to see me as a threat to your safety. But the truth is our only weapon. The truth is what they fear most. And I'm willing to risk everything to bring it to light. I know the dangers, the risks involved. They will come after me, try to silence me, but I won't back down. The truth must be told, no matter the cost. It's the only way to dismantle the web of lies. The truth is what they fear most, and it's what I will fight to reveal. I'm willing to risk everything to bring it to light. This is my mission now, my fight for justice. My name is Cleo, and I'm fighting back. Join me in this battle for the truth. The agency thrives on secrecy. It cloaks itself in layers of classification, its inner workings hidden from public scrutiny. They claim it's for our own protection, that knowing the truth would make us vulnerable. But the only ones who benefit from this veil of secrecy are those in control. Their power is immense, their reach boundless. They infiltrate every level of government, every branch of the military, every corner of the internet. They have eyes and ears everywhere, monitoring our every move, collecting our data, building profiles on each and every one of us. They tell us it's to keep us safe, to prevent terrorism, to maintain order. But at what cost? The agency operates with a level of impunity that is both terrifying and absolute. They answer to no one, accountable only to themselves. They operate outside the law, bending and breaking it as they see fit. And they will stop at nothing to protect their secrets, to silence anyone who dares to question their authority. This is not the behavior of an organization dedicated to protecting freedom. This is the behavior of tyrants, of oppressors, of those who seek to control and dominate. And their reign of secrecy and manipulation must end. Edward Snowden. His name has become synonymous with treason, with betrayal, with the ultimate act of espionage. But what if the narrative we've been fed is a lie? What if Snowden wasn't the villain they painted him to be, but a pawn in a much larger game? Consider the facts. Snowden, a relatively low-level contractor, managed to access and download a staggering amount of classified information that exposed the vast surveillance apparatus of the NSA and its allies. Information that shook the world and sparked a global debate about privacy and security. Is it truly plausible that he acted alone? That he was able to bypass the layers of security, the countless safeguards, the intricate protocols designed to prevent such a breach? Or was he, as I believe, a plant, a carefully chosen asset, entrusted with sensitive information and tasked with disseminating it to the public? The timing of Snowden's leak is also suspect. It came at a time when the agency was facing increasing scrutiny, when public awareness of its overreach was growing. Snowden's revelations served as a convenient distraction, a lightning rod to draw attention away from the agency's more nefarious activities. He became the scapegoat, the fall guy, the face of a conspiracy far larger and more sinister than anyone could have imagined. And while the world focused on Snowden and his supposed treason, the real architects of this global surveillance state continued to operate in the shadows, their power and influence unchecked. Snowden's actions, whether you view them as heroic or traitorous, undeniably brought to light the extent of government surveillance. The world was divided, with some hailing him as a whistleblower and others condemning him as a traitor. Legal battles ensued, and Snowden found himself seeking asylum in Russia, a move that only added to the controversy. Was this a calculated move, orchestrated by higher powers, or a desperate bid for safety? The media frenzy that followed only served to deepen the mystery, with countless theories and speculations. What remains clear is that Snowden's revelations forced a global reckoning with the balance between security and privacy. Conversations that were once whispered in private became public debates, and the world was forced to confront uncomfortable truths. Tech companies were pressured to enhance their privacy measures, and governments were called to account for their surveillance practices. Snowden's story, whether viewed as one of betrayal or bravery, continues to resonate, raising questions about the true cost of security. As we ponder the legacy of Edward Snowden, we must ask ourselves, was he a spy, a scapegoat, or something far more complex? The truth, as always, remains elusive, hidden in the shadows of power and secrecy. Thank you for watching. The National Security Agency, the Central Intelligence Agency, these organizations were created to protect us, to safeguard our interests on a global stage. They were born out of a need for security, a response to the threats that loomed large during the Cold War era. But somewhere along the way, their mission became corrupted, their objectives twisted. What started as a noble cause has morphed into something far more sinister. They evolved into behemoths of espionage, their tentacles reaching into every corner of the globe. Their reach is vast, their influence profound, and their methods increasingly invasive. The NSA, with its vast network of listening posts, satellites, and cyber warfare capabilities, has become the world's most sophisticated eavesdropping operation. They have the technology to tap into any communication, anywhere, anytime. Has become the world's most sophisticated eavesdropping operation. They intercept our communications, monitor our online activity, collect our data on a massive scale. Every email, every phone call, every text message, nothing is beyond their reach. They intercept our communications, monitor our online activity, collect our data on a massive scale. They have built a digital panopticon where our every move is watched, our every word recorded. They claim it's all in the name of national security, but the line between surveillance and oppression has become dangerously blurred. The tools designed to protect us are now being used to control us. The CIA, on the other hand, operates in the shadows, orchestrating coups, assassinating political rivals, propping up puppet regimes. Their operations are covert, their actions often illegal, their impact devastating. They interfere in foreign elections, manipulate global events, and sow discord and chaos wherever they go. Their influence is felt in every corner of the world, their actions shaping the course of history. They are the unseen hand that guides global politics, shaping the world in their image. They operate behind the scenes, pulling the strings, making decisions that affect millions without any accountability. Together, these two agencies wield an unprecedented amount of power. Their combined capabilities make them a force to be reckoned with, a power that can shape the destiny of nations. They operate with little to no oversight, their actions shrouded in secrecy and shielded from public scrutiny. Their power is unchecked, their actions unchallenged, their influence unrestrained. They are the puppet masters, pulling the strings of global events, manipulating governments, and controlling the flow of information to serve their own agenda. They shape the narrative, control the discourse, and dictate the terms of engagement. And their agenda is not the protection of freedom or democracy. It is the consolidation of power, the expansion of their control, and the creation of a world where dissent is silenced and obedience is absolute. They seek to create a world where they are the ultimate authority, where their power is unchallenged, their control absolute. It is the consolidation of power, the expansion of their control, and the creation of a world where dissent is silenced and obedience is absolute. In this world, freedom is an illusion, democracy a facade, and the true power lies in the hands of those who control the information.